Today truly is a proud day. Please welcome, from All-American Games, Mr. Will Molina.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome each of you to today's U.S. Army All-American Marching Bowl Selection Tour event. It is my pleasure to have with us today Sergeant First Class John Fulton, Staff Sergeant Kelly Mack, Sergeant Edward Sousa, Captain Stephen Hobbs from the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and Superintendent Chuck Epps, as well as our presenting guests in the audience. And of course, thank you to Principal Jason Johns and Band Director Martin Dickey for inviting us here today to Nation Ford High School to make this special announcement. We are here today to celebrate a talented student who has been selected as one of 125 high school marching band members to perform during halftime of the nation's premier high school football game, the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, which will take place on Saturday, January 9th, 2016, in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. The selected student exhibits exceptional musicianship, marching achievement, character, and leadership. The U.S. Army All-American Bowl is a unique celebration of American youth and the American soldier. Not just anyone can be a soldier. Not just anyone can be a U.S. Army All-American. To become either takes mental, emotional, and physical strengths that few possess and even fewer employ. It is these strengths, along with dedication, determination, and teamwork, that allow them to succeed and excel in school, in training, and in life. It is the embodiment of these strengths that earn All-American Bowl players and marching band members the right to wear the colors of the U.S. Army. For 16 years, the All-American Bowl has established itself as the nation's premier high school sporting event, and has featured a host of stars that have made their mark at the highest levels, but not just NFL stars. Members of the U.S. Army All-American Bowl have been a part of the top drum and bugle corps such as the Cadets, Carolina Crown, Phantom Regiment, and the 2015 Drum Corps International Champions, the Blue Devils. Alumni have gone on to pursue instrumental performance and music education, making a legacy of the U.S. Army All-American Marching Band. Now in its 9th year, the band program is establishing itself as a nationwide celebration of high school marching music. It is now my pleasure to introduce Sergeant First Class Fulton, who will be officially inviting your All-American Marching Band member to Bowl Week.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to take part in the extraordinary event. 19 years ago, I made a decision to serve my country. The diverse options and opportunities in the Army has given me a chance to do things I would never have otherwise. The Army places great duty on its soldiers to defend the nation and uphold the American way of life. Only the most capable wear the Army colors, and I'm proud to wear these colors to serve our great nation. Celebrating 16 years of excellence, the U.S. Army All-American Bowl emphasizes unique skills and values responsible for success in the marching band, in the Army, and in life. U.S. Army All-Americans not only possess the strength of a soldier, they live the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They are dedicated, motivated, and ought to be a member of a team as well as a leader. It is these strengths that have them to earn the right to wear our colors, the colors of the U.S. Army. It takes a great team to make a great leader both on the field performance and in the Army. We would like to honor the Nation Ford High School Marching Band for their support and the commitment they have shown to each other and their school. Please give each other a round of applause. Now it's my privilege and honor to announce that Brian Liu has been selected as the 2016 U.S. Army All-American. Brian embodies the characteristics and values of an Army strong soldier, and we're proud to have him on our team and wear the Army colors. At this time, I would like to welcome Captain Hobbs, Sergeant McElveen, and Sergeant Sousa to center stage. Brian, on behalf of the Secretary and Chief of Staff of the United States Army, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the U.S. Army All-American Marching Band Class of 2016.
would like to thank the U.S. Army for putting together this amazing event. I would also like to thank Mr. D and Mr. Linkus for their outstanding commitment to the band program, Mrs. Grantham for the wonderful times in middle school, Mr. Harmon for him leading me to excel on my instrument and join a variety of music ensembles, and my mom, dad, and sister for supporting me through the failures and successes of this 8-year endeavor. I would also like to thank the hardworking band parents, peers I have met and played with in years past that were such positive influences, peers that kept me going through rehearsal to this day, and peers that perpetually and incessantly compliment me. That's a little much. I'm excited for this great opportunity coming up, and I hope this experience will expand my horizons as a musician. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. You already recognize that Brian did not achieve all he has on his own. Along the way, he has relied on his band members, classmates, friends, family, teachers, and band staff for support and guidance. Mr. Dickey, the Secretary and Chief of Staff of the United States Army, asks me to extend their congratulations to your student selection to the 2016 All-American Marching Band.
Said some things earlier, and I definitely appreciate the U.S. Army for sponsoring this event. They've done it for, I think, going on since 2007, 2008 school year. Brian, you're the 10th student we've had from Nation Ford. So, I've also been fortunate to be part of the staff, and if you look closely, does anybody remember, I don't know if anybody here is old enough to remember Claire Sibley. Anybody remember Claire Sibley? She graduated several years ago. Actually, her picture's over here. She's a Nation Ford student that was involved with it. I know Dr. Epps probably was here when we had that press conference as well. But also sponsoring this is the National Association for Music Education, which I'm the president-elect of the South Carolina chapter of that group. And the National Association for Music Education also helps provide. What they haven't really said much about, he will get an all-expenses-paid trip to San Antonio, Texas. He'll miss a day or two of school in January, and he'll be on NBC TV and at All-American Games. You'll be able to watch his performance at halftime of that game. So it's an incredible experience, and he'll have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant First Class Fulton and Band Director Dickey. Thanks to everyone else for joining us in today's ceremony. I'd also like to thank the U.S. Army, the members of our Army here today, in particular Sergeant First Class Fulton, for joining us in today's ceremony. Let's give a big round of applause to their Army. And thanks to all of our sponsors who helped make this event possible, the U.S. Army, the National Association for Music Education, DeMullen Brother Uniforms, and Jupiter Band Instruments. And don't miss a minute of the action during the months leading up to the game as the selection tour winds its way to San Antonio, announcing fellow All-Americans at high schools across the country. Be sure to find the U.S. Army All-American Marching Band and the selection tour on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. And finally, let's give it up one more time for your U.S. Army All-American Marching Band member, Brian Liu.